Well, work continues on the City of Bishop's Y Road intersection improvements project. Now, this construction project will continue to impact traffic in the area of Y Road and Highway 6 over the next several weeks. We've already seen it, as that is where our Sierra Wave studios are based. Now, most of the project improvements will be made at the intersection of Y Road and North Main Street. That's Highway 6, and that is where most of the work is being done now. The project also includes the construction of a storm drain along Y Road to the Bishop Creek Canal near Spruce Street. Now, the construction contractor on the $500,000 project is Marzano and Sons of June Lake. Traffic on North Main Street and on Y Road can be heavy, and that, coupled with the fact that the construction involves detours, the project is causing inconvenience and delays. Now, depending on work is underway, portions of Y Road are expected to be closed to westbound traffic during the duration of the construction period. And even though Y Road is expected to remain open to eastbound traffic, routes other than Y Road are suggested whenever possible. And again, patience during this 2-month-long construction will be appreciated. It'll be very nice when the Marzano and Sons crew gets that done. And for more information on this project, you can contact the City of Bishop Public Works. Well, Rob Gill filed this report. The last time Rusty Gregory stood before the June Lake Citizen Advisory Committee, he had to deliver some extremely unfortunate news. However, at the meeting that took place on November 5th in June Lake, the Mammoth Mountain CEO was in high spirits as he announced that June Mountain would open on December 13th. In an hour and 15-minute long presentation that included a question and answer portion, Rusty Gregory would go on to submit a 3-point plan for June Mountain and introduce Mammoth's reorganized executive management team. Now, the presentation began with a slide that laid out the 3-point plan for June Mountain. Point 1 being that the mountain would reopen for the 2013-14 season. The other points are to, quote, submit a project proposal for snowmaking expansion and a lift up the face in January of 2014, and to work with the community to develop a plan to increase the number of transient units available in June Lake, end quote. Now, Gregory left the expansion of these points to the new management team at Mammoth Mountain, who he assured, quote, would be involved and accountable to June Mountain, end quote. What Gregory does say is that, quote, Mammoth is not the best place for families, end quote. He goes on to credit this to the fact that people visiting Mammoth ski fast and party hard. With that in mind, they have decided to market June Mountain differently. Now, June Mountain, with the resources of the Mammoth Mountain Marketing Department, is targeting their advertising efforts to, quote, families with young children, end quote. And the number one way they are doing this is by letting children 12 and under ski for free all season long with absolutely no blackout dates. Another way they plan on marketing to families is by bringing back June's beloved mascot Bucky and integrating him with Wooly and Friends. June Mountain will primarily be focusing on programs that will occupy a child's whole day and bring the family together. The Mammoth Mountain marketing team hopes that they can change the perception in Southern California that June Mountain's sole purpose is to accommodate Mammoth Mountain's overflow. Now, while June may be marketed differently than Mammoth Mountain, the executive management team made it clear that, quote, June Mountain is opening up with the full might and support of Mammoth Mountain resources, end quote. Now, during the question and answer portion, the June crowd seemed relatively grateful to Gregory and the rest of the Mammoth team, and they certainly appeared excited about the prospect of the reopening. Now, many rumors were dispelled that night, and Gregory assured those in attendance that the, quote, only way June closes is if we get no snow, end quote. Opening day at June Mountain, December 13th. Tickets will be just $10 that day, with all proceeds going back into the community. Well, remember the 100 Mule March along the LA Aqueduct? Well, you can join the Bishop Mule Day celebration this Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Mike Booth Memorial Arena at the Tri-County Fairgrounds as they welcome home the participants of the 100 Mules walking the Los Angeles Aqueduct Art Project. Now, the Mules and their Wranglers just completed a 27-day, 240-mile journey from the Owens Valley to Los Angeles to commemorate the centennial of the opening of the Los Angeles Aqueduct. Mules were a primary force in the aqueduct's construction, just as they were in the development of the West. Again, the public is invited to attend. Cameras are encouraged, and that's Friday, starting at 11 a.m. at the fairgrounds. And the Westin Montrachet has a wonderful new exhibit, Snowflakes. Rob Gill filed this story.
These are all my pieces, all my handcrafted pieces, 2 years in the making, all made out of metal, remnant material that would have been scrap, and turned them into art pieces. Snowflakes, because I love the snow. I think snowflakes are one of the most amazing things that nature can create, and I love snowflakes. I love Mammoth. I love the snow, and I just thought metal art and snowflakes would be amazing to do.
The artist approached me actually a few months ago, inquiring about displaying his art here at Westin Mammoth over opening weekend, and we started just brainstorming and talking about it. We thought it'd be a great idea to have kind of another event going along with opening weekend, all the great events that we have here on the hill and in the village. And so Westin wanted to be a part of it, and we thought adding the cultural element and the philanthropic element with the Kelly Clark Foundation would be a perfect mix.
The Westin is an amazing hotel here in town in Mammoth, and they really have a heart for the community, and that's what my foundation is about. It's about reaching the local youth and essentially giving back. And so last year we partnered up with them, and really they just want an avenue to be able to impact the town, and we're privileged enough at my foundation to be the vehicle that they do that through. I started the Kelly Clark Foundation 4 years ago, and it really came from a place of me wanting to give back. I've had an extremely successful snowboard career, and I have a lot of amazing contest results, but to whose benefit is it apart from my own if that's all I leave behind? I want to make sure that the snowboarding industry and the culture of snowboarding is better because I was a part of it. So I started my foundation, and essentially we help youth be successful through the avenue of snowboarding. So we fund competitive level high school students, basically breaking down some of the financial barriers and funding some of the winter programs and funding some of their schooling all across the states and here locally in Mammoth. And we also partner with snow-related nonprofits, and we help them run their snow programs and get kids out on snow for the first time. So it's all about creating opportunity, and it's been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever put my time into. There's a raffle here at the exhibit, and some of the proceeds will be going to the Kelly Clark Foundation. And so we're going to be doing actually a series of a few different events following my Olympic journey, making the Olympic team this year and at the Olympics through the Westin. So this will be one of many small fundraisers that will be hosted at the Westin this winter.
We want to make Westin a place where people want to come. We want it to be kind of people's home away from home, if you will, in Mammoth, for both locals and visitors alike. So many more events to come, like the Snowflake Art exhibit. Who knows what's next month, but check it out on Sierra Wave TV and you'll find out.
Well, we thank Rob Gill for that, and we'll be back with weather and sports.